Hey everybody, welcome to Think Twice Rocker Advice. It's me, Elijah, your host. Lighting's coming in from this way, so I've got a big old black eye looking thing right there. But that's not a black eye, ladies and gentlemen. There's not been an accident. That's my normal face. So let's get right into it. Drones the size of SUVs. That's right, drones the size of SUVs. What are we to think about that? People are getting, like, it's getting absurd out there. And here's what I have to say. What I have to say is this. That first of all, let's define SUV. Before we go supernatural into the next thing, like aliens might be, let's first pull back and ask ourselves, what is an SUV size? Because are we talking about current SUVs? Because I don't even know what qualifies as an SUV anymore. I know that it used to be like in the, late 90s, mid 90s, early 90s. That era SUV was Jeep Cherokee. Okay, that's the size. Now, yes, there did exist a Suburban, and that was a giant thing back then. Still is a giant thing if you look at the ones back then. But then SUV started to grow. I don't know if it was what we put in our food, but they started to grow beyond what they used to be. And in the 2000s, they started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So then an SUV went from Jeep Cherokee size to then Jeep Cherokee size expanded a little bit to the Nissan Pathfinder, the Toyota 4Runner, and then it went up. And it was like a Ford Explorer. Okay, that's in the same, but then Ford what was it? Ford, I owned one. What is the name of that thing? Ford. There's the Excursion. Was the last one, the big giant one. But the one right before that, if you know it, comment. I forgot what the name of that one was. Maybe we'll just sit here and think for the rest of the episode of what the name of that was. Excursion, Explorer. It had to be an E, right? I think E had like the corner on the market when it came to SUVs, because then you also had the Cadillac Escalade. And so these were big, and then the Hummer H2 came out. These were big, substantial size things. So are we talking about drones the size of those things, or are we talking about drones the size of RAV4s? Because there's a difference between a Zuzu Super Trooper from back in the day and a RAV4. If we're talking about drones that size and we're worried that they're aliens, I'm just gonna say an alien in the size of a drone that is RAV4 size. I mean, come on, I'll go against that alien. RAV4? I'm not really worried about that alien. It's the Ford No. What's the name of it? There's the Ford Explorer, the Ford, and then the Ford Excursion. What is the middle one? I owned one. Anyway, I'm not afraid of the RAV4 drone alien. I am concerned about the larger ones. So let's first define what that is. If we're going to talk about our concern for things up in the sky having an impact on our life, I want to know exactly what we define. We're saying SUV. I don't even know that we know what an SUV. Why is this important? It's important because then we can know each other's point of reference. Because let's just talk in people terms. In people terms, if you're saying, hey, we're going to take on those three guys over there. And in my mind, I think three guys as in, 6 foot tall, because I am 6'1", and so I think in terms of that. When I hear of a guy, I'm comparing it to what I am, okay? But then if I look over there and there is, they're little people. Well, that's a different scenario. Now, it may be even a more dangerous scenario. I've never fought a little person. I don't want to fight. I don't have any trouble. I don't have any problems currently with little people. May this not be the day that I create a problem with them. I'm saying I respect you. I've never challenged. I've never been in an altercation with a little person. I know too in my lifetime. Little people that are, and first of all, I don't like that. I don't like the term. If you're okay with it, then good. I'm glad. They've thrown terms on my culture that I'm not okay with, and so I don't have to be okay with what they throw on yours. But if you are okay with it, I'm just saying I don't like little. I don't like that little feels demeaning to me because if I say about someone that is 6 foot tall and I'm like he's just a little man, that sounds like I'm calling him less than what he really is. And I believe that everyone is more than little. So I don't know what I should phrase it, but right now that's what, later on people will be canceled for it. I can guarantee you. And those of you who look down your nose right now at other people who call other people things, you are going to be looked down upon by the generation that comes along with that. How dare you, because of exactly what I'm saying. You called people small and little. They're not little. Anyway, if you're talking about, we're going to challenge these three guys, and they are, what is the name of that Ford? And they're 6 foot tall, and I look over there, and I'm prepared for a 6 foot tall. I'm prepared to do punches this way, and now I'm like, oh, I can't do punches this way. I have to do punches like this. I have to undercut. An undercut is actually not going to be a body blow, but it's going to be a head blow. It's a whole different... I'm just saying we have to have a different frame of reference for using different things. And what we're saying, there's drones in the sky that are the size of SUVs. I want to know, is that a 4Runner SUV, a mid-size runner SUV? Is that a RAV4 small SUV? I think, Lexus has a small SUV, Mercedes has a small SUV, Porsche has a small SUV, and then there's the giant. I don't even know if they make them big anymore, but they used to be. I just want to know where we stand, so that way I can prepare best for whatever it is that is appearing in our skies. I think they're in New Jersey. I've seen some footage in San Diego. They're all over the place, and I think that, I probably think it's man-made. I probably think it's something that we're doing up to, because right now all bets are off. The government's just like, whatever. They're not going to question too far anything, and then anything. All we have to do is throw out if we don't want them on our case about this, all we have to do is say the other side of their political figure said something that is this. And so if we want to hide in plain sight, we'll just say that so-and-so said it is this. We know it actually is this, but if so-and-so says it, then at least we have half of the world that won't believe it and embrace it. And so it can be conflict, it can be a conspiracy theory from then on. Now, where do I stand if it is out of this world? Do I believe in aliens? I don't see why not. For some reason, there's a thought process, because people know I come from the Christian belief system, and in that belief system, for whatever reason, there's this thought process that things can't exist outside of this world, yet our whole entire belief system is based on things that exist outside of this world's realm. So I don't know why I can't believe in something that is still not in the spiritual realm, but a little further out. It'd be like saying I don't believe in bugs because bugs aren't human. Bugs don't have to be human. Aliens don't have to be human for them to be able to exist out there. All they have to be is life forms. I don't have to understand how that thing, it doesn't make me, because a lot of people embrace that, that's a demon. It could be a demon. It could be demonic. My understanding of demons is that they were once angels. They're a third of the angels that were kicked out of heaven, according to my belief system, that followed Satan. It was just a bunch of angels. So angels, I don't know why they're now, manifesting in this way, if that is the case. But if we see that an angel manifest in this realm to Mary and said, Mary, you are going to, or an angel manifest to the wise men and gave them information, that if an angel manifests in this realm, we didn't call them demons. That we call them angels. So why do we have to call these guys? That's pretty offensive. If these guys are, and what if they're not? What if they're just like other beings like we are, and we're like, you're a demon. And we're like, hey, I'm not a demon. I'm not, how, because what if they say that about us? Because they don't understand us. What if they're looking at us with their SUV size contraptions floating around, and they're like, a bunch of demons are living down there. What do? They look in their palm of their hands nonstop. They got a little device, and they're constantly looking at the palm of their hands. And then the female ones, what we understand about their sexual division there is the female ones, a lot of them carry these giant cups. Well, what are those cups filled with? Moon water? No, just regular water. What's going on down there? What if they came down here and said, you all are demons? We'd be like, hey, we're not demons, we're humans. You take that back. And they're like, we're not going to take that back. You know, it probably won't sound like that. We're like, I don't know what you said, but it sounds like we're not going to take that back. It has the tone of we're not going to take that back, and you are going to take that back. Yes, you are. What? Yes, you are. Hey, that's a demonic term. And not me, you. You know what? I've had enough of this. You demons need to go back where you came from. And then I point toward the sky, and they're like, you don't even know your own theology. If we were demons, you would be pointing down, because down indicates hell. That's where we're supposed to be. Buddy, you know what? We're going to come back in like 1,000 years, because you're not ready. You're not ready. You're not advanced enough. So if it is aliens, what do I think? I embrace if it's aliens. You know why? Because if aliens are coming down here and they're going to take here's I think what the plan would be, is aliens would take the important ones of us. And what everyone has done is we have clearly made evident who we think is important. And so that's going to be easy. Now it's going to be easy, like all of these people, Trump, gone. Kamala, out of here. Biden, depends which one. Joe Biden, I think they're going to be like, yeah, let him rest. He's maybe dead already. I think, he's just sleeping. And they'd be like, well, just bring him up. His wife, they bring her up. Hunter Biden, I hope they keep him here. Because I have a theory I'm going to be here, and I just feel like Hunter would be a good time to hang out with. So let's say we negotiate. Hunter stays here with us, but all these other characters, Epstein, he's already up there. He was important to us. It's not like he wasn't important to murder. Well, he's important on a list. He was the master of the list at one point, and so he is of importance because they won't release that list. And so that list is of importance, meaning the holder of that list, the creator of that list, the one who was the founder of that list, who gathered this information full of names that we don't want to be exposed. Yeah, I do. I want to see everyone. Yeah, you want to see everyone until it's your persons. Then it's like, well, yeah, I don't believe that whole list. I believe that it's been all the stuff. But here's what I know. I'm not on that list. You're probably not on that list. So we're safe. Here's what I'm saying to you. Don't get mad at me. We're safe. All of these people of influence, we're safe. And I encourage that. Why? Because, see, I have been for 30 plus years in the speaking business and in communication, in the entertainment field, full-time since 2006. Yet I'm not a famous person. People ask me a lot. They're like, are you famous? And here's my answer every time. It's like, well, if I were famous, you wouldn't have to ask that question. You would know exactly. And they're like, you know who you look like? And I'm like, yes, Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack, that's it. You do a good impression of it. And I'm like, that's not an impression. I've been looking like this since I was 14 years old. They owe me some money over at Disney. Disney, if you're watching, I hear you're going to buy TikTok. I hope it's true. I can be your Captain Jack Sparrow. I'm just saying, I'm already built in. I got quite a movement going on over there. That was a side note. That was just for Disney. That's not for everybody else. Now listen, here's what I'm excited about. It's because all of these people that have gotten all the attention, all the leaders, all the people who you've said, Elijah, we're going to let you fly under the radar. when it comes to ministry stuff. Here's the deal. I've got a history of ministry. I've got pastors who have written books off principles I've shared with them, and they're rich because of those books. I have a history in comedy. I have comedians that are famous and some of my jokes on specials that everyone has celebrated, and they're millionaires now. They're paying millions of dollars for homes in cash. Now, as we speak, I'm the one who wrote some of those jokes. Do you know me? Nope. Do you know them? Yes, we celebrate them. That's okay. I'm not bitter now because my time has come. Finally, with the SUV aliens in the air, my time has come. Why? Joe Rogan, he's out of here. He's with the aliens. Elon Musk, he's out of here. Bert Kreischer, he's up there, and they're like, put on a shirt. And he's like, it's kind of my thing. And they're like, well, it makes him important there. We want him to hold his influence here. Go ahead, you can go without a shirt. And he's like, no, I want a shirt now. And you're like, you know what? I don't think we have enough alcohol to keep this guy going up here. And they're like, oh, we're kidding. We have enough. Come on in. And then it's going to be that Star Wars bar that, that's going to happen. And so all these characters, they're of influence now, but they're not here anymore. This is the good part. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the good part for me. The good part for me is, guess who is here? I'm here. Leadership, you know what? John Maxwell, he's gone. He's up there with them. He's been taken. Tony Robbins, you think they're not taking Tony Robbins? Tony Robbins is going to hold them in the palm of his hand and nourish them with his words. And they're going to be more encouraged and more powerful than ever before. They've got him. But guess who they don't have? Me. And you know what that is? That's good news for me. You know why? Because among them, sure, for some reason I fly under the radar. I'm not selectable. I'm not famousable. I'm not big enough compared to them for me to have my own celebrity status and financially wealthy status without them. You know what I'm saying? Or with them here. But now they're gone. And guess who's left here? Mere mortals. Everyone who's not them. But among them, I may not shine. Among general population, guess whose time has come? It's me. It's me. I'm finally able to take a microphone. And you know what? People are going to love me. You're going to love me then. You're going to love me. When the SUV aliens take all of our people of influence, you're going to love me. And the reason why you're going to love me is why? One, I'm a good time. I'm a good time. You may not even like me. Some of you don't like me, not because of something I've done to you, but because of something you've heard about me from somebody else, and you have no negative experiences with me, but you don't like me because of them. I have been grandfathered in on the resentment from somebody else, but you know what? You're going to love me. You are going to. Why? Because I'm a good time. I am a good time. Look at me. Look at me. Tell me, if I walk in a room, you're not thinking to yourself, of all the people in here, I wonder, it just doesn't look like anyone would be a good time. Take another look. So take a look at me now. Look at me. I'm a good time. You're going to want to have a good time. Why? Because there's no telling what kind of chaos is going to be here without all these global leaders and the big celebrity people, the people of influence that have been lifted and taken from us unfairly. But they've been taken from us, and now guess who's here? Good time, Charlie Elijah. That's right. I'm here. And you know who you're going to want to buy a drink for? Me. You know who you're going to want to hang out with? Me. Why? Because I'm fun. Because I'm encouraging. Because when you walk out in that dress, I'm going to say, that is your color. When you, sir, walk out and you're trying on a new suit, you're trying on new pants, you're like, I don't know, I feel kind of, I'm going to be like, no, dude, listen, you don't want the aliens to come and you not be living your 100% complete life. Wear that. And I don't know. I'm not used to sweaters. I'm like, dude, it's getting cold outside. Wear that sweater tonight. Are you sure? It's just not my style. It doesn't matter. You're going to like hearing that. You're going to love hearing that from Good Time Elijah. I'm going to rise to the top. Spiritual? Are you kidding me? I've had so much experience being a spiritual voice. I am going to be a person of influence once the RAV4 aliens take all the people of influence that are spiritual leaders now. Bye, Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, see you, Wayne Dyer. Sorry, you already died. It's in your last name. But you're up there with the aliens now. Somehow they brought you back to take you with them because you're a person of influence. Gandhi, he's gone. Listen, I am now. You're spiritual. I'm a great leader. You might think, this would be like a cult leader. I don't care what you call it. I don't care what you call it. You're going to need me for spiritual guidance. You don't think I have good spiritual guidance? Ask me a question. And I guarantee you your mind is going to be blown. Why? Because I have decades of experience in not just knowing, but studying and teaching on spiritual things. I walk with God on the daily. He talks to me and talks through me. You're going to want me around. My time has come because the RAV4 aliens has taken everybody else. Leadership. I told you Tony Robbins is up there. Trump's up there. Kamala's up there. Biden's up there. But guess who's down here? Hunter Biden and Elijah Tyndall. Guess who's running things now? The RAV4 SUV aliens have taken all the people of influence, and now it's me in charge with my right-hand guy, Hunter Biden. And guess who's ripping through the desert? 120 miles an hour, and you don't want to check the trunk? You don't want to check the trunk because Hunter loaded the car. He's pardoned. He's pardoned. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything to lose. His parents, his family gone. His wife is gone. Because she endured this, now left him here. She was like, please, can I go with you, RAV4 aliens? And the RAV4 was like, and everyone's like, just let her go. Just let her go. She's got a lot to deal with here. It's easier and better if she goes. And Hunter's just, yeah, you let her go, man. Let her go. And it's leadership time for me and Hunter. What's the first move? I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I do know that we're in charge. Why would you put me in charge? Do you want to be in charge? Do you want to be in charge? Nope. I don't even have to tap into my spiritual, prophetic self to know that you do not want to be in charge. Me, friend, I've never asked to be in charge, but I will gladly take the lead on this one. Man, it's going to be a good time. So anyway, those are my current thoughts. What's the middle Ford SUV called? There's the Explorer. There's the Excursion. Cadillac's got the Escalade. Ugh. Anyway, thanks for listening. Think twice, rocker advice. Have a great holiday. Bye.